there before. Seriously, fuck this game. I have never had this much trouble streaming a game. This is... like, last week it took the color, it wiped out one of my cables, now it took the sound. Next it's gonna give me the plague. Or, like, unleash flesh-eating weasels into the house. Alright, so. In the last stupid episode, we finished Sonic's story by rescuing the princess as Eggman's battle carrier inexplicably crashed, so Sonic traveled back a day in time to go, or 2 days in time to go and save her. And that's that. So we're done with Sonic. And now we're gonna move on to Silver the Hedgehog. Whoops. Sorry. I'm being told that... There we go. Muted the stream. Okay. I was getting a little bit of an echo. So we're gonna go ahead and start Silver's story. Silver is the psychokinetic hedgehog from the future who came back in time to destroy Sonic the Hedgehog, believing him to be the Iblis trigger, whatever that means. Hi, O-Dog. The thing with the three stories is that they actually run in parallel. I don't know why I'm talking now, because I'm going to have plenty of time with the load screen. Oh, holy shit!
Before I was born. A harsh, bleak place where we live in eternal darkness. Life is a struggle. And people live without hope. How did this happen? No one will answer me directly. But they always point to the flames.
Note how awesome Silver is here, that he can pretty much continuously fly. That's the last time you're going to be seeing him.
We cannot truly defeat the flames of disaster known as Iblis.
Silver!
Blaze, what's wrong?
He's appeared again!
All right. So now we get our first stage as Silver, and our goal is to go defeat Iblis, the undefeatable life form. So basically, you know, go beat the boss of the game. Which is good, we should be able to get this wrapped up in one stage then. Okay, so... This is Silver. Oh, I forgot. I really don't have camera control. Silver is a bit slower than Sonic. His main ability is psychokinesis, as the mysterious voice is explaining. You can pick up objects and then throw them. Which, when the auto-targeting is working like it does now, because you really can't aim except by pointing Silver vaguely in the direction of the thing. It is actually kind of cool, but it gets glitchier and glitchier as time goes on. The other thing is that Silver can pick up multiple... Oh, hey, there's a one-up over here. Silver can actually pick up multiple objects by holding down the psychokinesis button and carry them with him, and then throw them one at a time. This generally causes more problems than it solves. Yeah, that's Silver's basic move. The other... So, why does it just give me the voiceover tip there automatically, but the other voiceover tip I have to actually walk through the little question marky thing? Silver's other ability, by the way, is he can get hit by a taxi that came the frig out of nowhere. I'm not sure whether that was the physics engine bugging out or what, but I did literally just get hit by a car. Okay, so anyway, Silver's other power is temporary levitation, and you will notice he also has the same energy meter that Sonic has, only the difference is his actually works. So it actually is depleted by using your abilities. As you can see, it's depleted for every object I pick up. It's also depleted as I stay in the air. It doesn't recharge unless you are in contact with the ground. And then it takes a moment to just recharge. So every time you do one of these hover jumps, that's another... Okay, I guess the fire tornado is throwing cars. I never noticed that before. Oh, great. And causing slowdown. So the fire tornado throws cars and memory problems. And Blaze just died. Yeah, so the thing is, after every time you do the hover move, especially to platform, you have to kind of stop for a second and recharge. Which makes this sort of start and stop sort of herky-jerky pace to the gameplay. Silver also can use his telekinesis on those green spaces to create platforms.
The building's knocked over!
Silver has been living in this post-apocalyptic future where all of the buildings are knocked over, and yet he's just impressed by the fact that that one building is knocked over.
I can wipe them out if I hit their pipes right.
Really? I don't even know what that... Well... Oh. The Havoc physics engine, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, unfortunately the pipe respawned. So Silver's levels are a little bit more slowly paced. They're based more on platforming and combat and less on speed. Oh, Silver also has this slack move. If you're close enough to an enemy, you can stun it and then pick him up and use him as a weapon. It's really touchy how close you have to be, and when you're trying to do it, more often than not, you end up just running into the enemy. Deribim asks, are all hedgehogs in the Sonic universe born with superpowers? As near as I could tell, the answer is actually yes. Does that not actually work? Oh, okay, it just took a second. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Sometimes, you know, kind of like a cold or an engine on a cold morning, sometimes psychokinesis has to warm up a little bit. That is a lie. You can do damage to the creature even when its mouth isn't open. Silver can also catch enemy projectiles and throw them back, which is kind of cool. Enemies with lots of hit points tend to throw projectiles so that you don't run out of ammo. Silver can also just kind of walk past enemies just like Sonic could. Dillism says, is there any explanation for why those boxes with the stars are everywhere and respawn? The answer is because gameplay. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay. Despite having played through all of Silver's stages, he still manages to surprise me.
The core of the head is his weak point. That's what I must attack.
That's a lie. You can actually just pound him with his own projectiles. And basically the way Silver's psychokinesis works is as long as you hold down the button, you will catch or pick up any object in a radius around you. Once you release the button, the object will hover in place waiting for you to throw it. You can actually charge up to the throw to throw it with more force, which does nothing. Shazba is saying that the psychokinesis gameplay mechanic seems really cool, conceptually. It is actually really cool. If it was less finicky, it would be. And honestly, the auto-aiming... Whoa. Okay. I didn't quite have enough height there. And honestly, the auto-aiming... I just gotta kill my Twitter, I'm sorry. The auto-aiming is... Oh, I'm missing a platform, aren't I? Oh, see, like right there, I didn't wait for my hover to recharge. I'm pretty sure that the reason they included it was precisely because they were... Whoop, oh, okay. Okay. Alright, we'll just redo this section. It was fun, so we'll do it again. I wanted to show off, that weird camera shift there is a pain in the ass. I also don't understand why sometimes the camera just shifts instantaneously, and other times it moves, and the way it moves, I don't know. Oh. What the hell just hit me? Oh, who gives a fuck? Excuse me, I'm sorry. There were breakable walls, just because why the hell not? I mean... yeah, I don't even know. The biggest problem with Silver is in these platforming sections, stopping and waiting for his hover... Okay, camera... Oh, okay. Apparently Silver can also just defy... How far... Oh, I guess not that far around. I was curious how far I could actually... okay, the car got caught on the monster there. That's... Oh, and the car just didn't... Okay, you know what? It's fine. It's all fine. Yeah, okay. Silver is an original character for this game. This is his first appearance. He was basically born in the timeline after Iblis is created, which, by the way, I know has not been made clear yet. Oh, okay, now we get to play as Blaze. That was a helpful camera angle. Blaze controls a little bit more similarly to Sonic. She's faster. Whoa, shit. She's got this double jump move. And she's... Whoa, shh! Okay, I forgot that her move was that horizontal crazy dash that, flings you off the edge. So she's got this sort of diving attack like this. Similar to Sonic's homing attack, but it can launch you off in some crazy directions. It also takes a little bit longer to recharge. Like, Sonic could go from homing attack to homing attack. Blaze kind of has to warm up. Oh, and Silver died from something. I don't know what that is. That's neat. I don't know what Blaze is doing here, and I don't know how to stop it. I may have just unlocked one of her latent... She's just stuck like this, huh? Okay. Neat. You only very briefly play as Blaze. She's one of the two partner characters that join Silver. She did it again. And that was just... I don't know what the hell she did. She's... You know what? She's got this handled. I have no idea which direction I'm even going in. Which... I have no idea which way is forward now. I have lost track. Oh, I'm gonna guess that guarded box. Okay, how does she... Okay, no, that's the dive attack. What is this spin move? Nope. Okay, I hold the button and release it, and she does this tornado spin and gets stuck in it. I think she was supposed to hit that bounce pad, but the aim was a little bit off, which is, you know, it's fine. There, we'll help the game along there.
This is nowhere near over.
Sometimes even the game has trouble playing itself.
Is that all you've got?
I don't know why sometimes I just get stuck in that move, though. Okay.
Not now.
Silver's dead again. Her double jump is also a pain in the ass to execute. The second jump is... You know what? We're just gonna leave those guys alone. It's just gonna get me killed if I try to stop them. Mad Adventurer says, what exactly is Blaze? O-Dog says she's pink. Gremlin says she's a hedgehog. Shazba says, I assumed she was a cat. I kind of thought she was a cat too, actually. But then I thought Amy was a cat, and I have been since corrected that Amy is also a hedgehog. Maybe everything is a hedgehog, except for Knuckles, who is an echidna.
I'll go on ahead.
Okay, good. It's sad. I think they purposely programmed Blaze to be awkward so that getting back to Silver would be a relief.
This whole area.
Fortunately, I don't... Oh, no kidding! This area is destroyed. Yep, this one got broken. Rest of the city, A-okay, but this area, destroyed. You know what? The characters need to learn that if they don't have anything useful to say... You know, like, it's like they just speak to fill with silence. And that warning would have been useful the last time it was flinging taxis at me. Or laser beams? Or I don't even know.
How can I get
Okay, good. This level is very rich in lives. Oh, okay, the pipe is just gonna go on its... You know what, that's fine. The physics of the world is just... Uh-oh. I'm not sure, maybe I could have caught those? In case it's not clear, by the way, the fire tornado is actually Iblis. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, You know what? Oh, okay. Go down this way. Alright, end of level. And that's the introduction to Silver. Shazba says, I'm gonna love Sonic Boom. I don't intend to play Sonic Boom. This is enough. I've heard about Sonic Boom. To be fair, except for one crippling problem, I actually find Silver's stages pretty easy. Even though his controls are awful and he creates tons of slowdown, especially because his levels are overloaded with physics objects that he can throw. And of course the physics objects just occasionally go bonkers. His stages aren't too bad. The worst that they suffer from is being really unclear as to where you have to go next.
Come on, you monster!
Great combat quip there. Come on, you monster! Yeah, I don't like you. And now, boss fight. This is Iblis, the Flames of Disaster, the source of all the fire that has destroyed the entire world. That was his cutscene. Now we have to load again. Shazba says, Silver is trying really hard, okay? And Dillism says, yeah, the voice acting is special. I assume we're talking like Stop Eating the Paste special, not special like Special K.
Today, it will be finished!
Even though Silver has already said that he knows that Iblis will be reborn. So Iblis's first move is to throw rocks in your vague general direction, which you can then pick up, and if the game is feeling generous, they will target his head. And if the game is feeling... If the game is not feeling generous, then they just go flying off in a random direction. His other move is to pick up a building and smash you with it, which causes you to drop your money. You know, getting hit with a building basically causes you to drop your pocket change. This move is actually very slow and very easy to dodge just by watching the shadow on the ground and moving away from it. It's a little bit easier to hit him if you jump before, I don't know, the game just decided it didn't want to target him that time, which is fine. You know. Okay, one of them went at his head and one of them didn't. Again, the whole catching enemy projectiles and throwing them again is also a really cool mechanic when it works. Except that you have to be basically stationary for it. There's no timing to it. So you just kind of stand still and hold the block button. And then you wait for the attack to go away and you launch all the projectiles back at your target. And that's the whole thing. If there's no execution to it. Right? Now I just stand here and... oh.
It's not over yet. Don't let your guard down, Silver.
Yeah, it's clearly not over. I can see his hit points in the upper right. This is again a very... oh, that's... after he gets his hit points down, he develops a new attack. I forgot about that. And now he's going to take a little breather while I look around for something to throw. Pick up some rings. Okay. He's got a building. I'll stroll over this way. Oh, I was out of the shadow. What the hell? And after he smashes the building, it leaves debris. Some of it... oh, some of it hit on target. Good. Uh-oh. Should have been moving. You know, another problem with this game, honestly, you know... not to be nitpicky, but the Mercy invincibility after you get attacked and drop your rings leaves you plenty of time to actually pick... hey, Silver, could you, like... If you're not going to give me the power to aim, then you're actually going to have to do better at it, okay? The Mercy invincibility actually gives you plenty of time to pick up a ring. So, there's actually no point in dodging the attacks. You'll notice that I actually just don't give a shit about getting hit. You know, it's just like, I'll have plenty of time. If you look closely at the background, by the way, you will notice we are actually fighting inside the fire tornado. Whoop. Now, hold on. We've got to load his death. Deribim says glad Blaze is there. She's just being quite helpful. I'm sure glad we had a whole loading scene for basically sinking the monster's body into that lava. We couldn't have, you know, just done that in engine without a loading screen first. Yeah, I know, I took too long.
That took too long.
Yeah, you know what? You can't design a boss fight that's actually wait for the moment, or wait for the right moment to strike and then complain that it took too long. Mad Adventurer says, well, game over, let's go home. Now that Dilizim says, now that the world-ending lava monster is over, let's get to the hard stuff. I am going to try that, O-Dog. O-Dog says you could totally troll your players during a D&D game by holding up a loading sign during play. Actually, that's what drawing the battle mat for every combat is. That's basically your loading screen.
Looks like we stopped it for now.
But it'll just rise up from its ashes again.
So then why did we bother?
All this? It'll never end.
Calm down, Silver.
It's always good when the video game protagonist points out that what you just did was pointless.
How can we completely destroy Iblis?
By knowing the truth, of course. Just as a flower comes from a seed, or a chicken comes from an egg, everything has an origin. You need to find the being originally responsible for this catastrophe.
Sonic Team and Sega of America,
really
or
the answer
Sega
to our
of...
problem?
Yeah, ooh, damn, I screwed that up.
Tell me, do you know who it is?
Again, this is not Shadow, this is Mephiles. The jet black hedgehog with no mouth and yellow eyes named Mephiles, who is clearly not evil.
To fix this present timeline, you need to change the past.
But that's impossible!
With my help, you can. Because I have the power to travel through time.
No
Just
way.
like every other
In order
hedgehog.
to change the past, you must eliminate the individual who has awakened Iblis. The Iblis trigger.
The subtitles were wrong there.
If I eliminate that guy, will our world be saved?
The day of disaster.
You know,
Here are my records of this.
the
event.
post-apocalyptic computer room and the creepy
This was when
music
Iblis was freed.
really
His foes were
creates
released into the
a
world.
terrible atmosphere of like foreboding and dread that is completely ruined by the pink and white cartoon
And you
hedgehogs.
have this person to blame.
I see it! So that blue hedgehog's the Iblis trigger?
Oh, dog, that's actually accurate. 2 hedgehogs plus Chaos Emeralds means time travel.
I'll send us back in time to the point when the Iblis trigger was alive.
Why are you laughing like that? No reason. Don't worry about it. I have no ulterior motives. Derabim says I've got to give them credit for not making the time travel achieved by the old trick of running really, really fast. Yeah, but this is the one place where that actually would have been appropriate.
Where am I?
I'm
Please?
in a terrible texture. I've traveled back in time to the PS2.
I guess we all got separated.
It is interesting to note.
Unbelievable.
It is actually interesting to note that the
I
game
must fight for the future.
the game did basically explicitly say that Sonic died. With that whole, we're sending him back in time to the point where he was alive. At this point, it's unclear how far in the future is.
The Iblis trigger. Where is he? First, I need to gather information.
Now, apart from the intersecting parallel storylines,
If you see a mark above the head of someone in town,
yeah, I know.
try talking to them.
The gimmick of each character is that they... Oh, sorry. I thought I was close. Look, it's not my fault attack and talk are the same button. Thank goodness this is in Skyrim. Okay, that's our hint to keep walking forward. Yeah, thank you for that. But anyway, so the gimmick is that all three characters play through the same levels. They just play through them in a different order. And Silver seems to be freaking out slightly off camera there, huh? Now, the game is very vague here as far as giving you clues. The only clue it's actually giving you is... I'm sorry, I was trying to talk. Is the jungle is a thing. So, but that is the next stage. The next stage is the jungle. Damn it, people! Which we go into because we have to do all the same stages that Sonic did, and they couldn't figure out any other reason in the story for Silver to go into the jungle. Alright, we'll just wait for the platforms to rise. Now we'll wait for my hover to come back, and we'll wait for the hover to come back. And there we go. Hey, we're at the stage, and now we're going to save before we go into the stage. Mad Adventurer says, wait, all the same stages? Yes, that is correct. The stages are not identical. The characters play through different areas of the stages. But the maps are essentially the same, with just like enemies and physics objects and things moved around. And yes, Mad Adventure, the entire game's worth of stages. Yes, that's what all the stages means. He is going to play through all the same stages that Sonic did. So this is the tropical jungle. Sonic ran through the canopy and hovered over the water. Silver faces more of sort of a platforming maze. And this level is an extreme pain in the ass I'm not actually even sure what the proper route through the game is, or through this level is. I just know that I did eventually stumble on which way to go.
If you use your psychokinesis on the middle of the log, it will move back and forth. Use it to destroy walls and roll balls.
Looks like I can use this to go up.
If you jump at exactly the right point on the log's swing, you can, you'll jump higher. Let's see, there's a checkpoint to the left, so we'll go that way.
Got to hurry.
And the swingy flowers again. Now this time you actually have to swing them back and forth. And this camera angle is absolutely fantastic for figuring out where you have to go. Don't fall in... Damn it.
I've got to hurry.
You know what? Maybe we can go this way.
Gotta be careful not to fall in.
Yes, thank you. I understand platforming. Unfortunately, the freedom that Silver has to move around the level
These are submerged
means there's no real... Like, I can't, for the life of me, figure out what the critical path through this level is supposed to be. In fact, I'm just kind of sort of going at random. Oh, you know what? It's exploration-based gameplay. That's what it is. I just keep using the trick of moving toward rings and checkpoints and... Yeah, there's...
I could go up.
I wish I could go up. I think you're supposed to keep traveling upwards. Maybe... I kind of vaguely remember this area. Stop it. There we go. Okay, I think this way. I'm not really... There's nothing to explain, okay? This is a friggin' labyrinth. This is a labyrinth with no clear directions or goals whatsoever. You just keep wandering around and wandering around until you accidentally stumble in the direction you're supposed to go. That's what you do, that's how this level is played. There's nothing to say about it. There's nothing interesting about it. Just wander freely and look for the exit medallion. Stay as high as you can. Standard video game logic. I guess the other trick to point out with Silver is that you can greatly extend his hover by hammering the button like that. So it lets you go a lot farther than you would otherwise be able to. This seems right. This thing hits that giant golf ball. Whoops. Okay, I kind of fell off. Sort of. It's cool.
It seems I'll need to defeat them first.
It seems I'll need to... He's so, like, calm about it. It's like... Wait, did I pick up the giant golf ball? There we go. Stage end. We're done. I'm not showing off anything. This stage sucks. Shazba asks, is this the level with the turtles? Yes, there are some turtles. There are these turtles that swim along in the water, and they'll swim around, and you can stand on their back and use them as moving platforms, and occasionally, randomly, you'll glitch through the bottom of the turtle and die. Okay, so I stayed away from the turtles. I hate this stage. It is the worst stage. There's nothing you can do to avoid the worstness of it. I spent a goddamn hour trying to find my way out of that stage the last time. Okay? Be grateful I put in the research, because we could have been sitting here for 2 more weeks while I wandered around that friggin' jungle. Anyway, so moving on. That's the jungle stage. Meanwhile, elsewhere...
So, this is the past. I hope Silver is okay. He's pretty insecure when he's alone.
Why do Blaze and Amy wear
The Iblis
clothes,
trigger.
but none of the other hedgehogs do
Blue
except
hedgehog.
bracelets? And even, what, Rouge the Bat, I don't think she wears clothes. So, remember when Tails had this pointless little diversion where he had to go through Wave Ocean for absolutely no reason and accomplished nothing? I don't know why I'm bringing that up. It's just, you know, do you remember it? O-Dog says yes, the psychic, supremely powerful hedgehog is extremely insecure. Shazba says she has that heart chest thingy, though. Oh, Rouge? Yeah, but I thought that was, like, just her body.
A blue
I don't know.
hedgehog. Can it be true? I need to find Silver fast.
You know what? And actually, I do kind of get it, really. I get the whole Blaze through the Wave Ocean stage. I honestly think... Oh, I used her Blaze Tornado. I couldn't stop it. I used her Fire Tornado very effectively there. I'm going off the edge, aren't I? Oh no, I stayed on. Okay. Alright, Blaze is actually kind of cool. I don't know where to go from here, but I guess up here, maybe? So you can see again that this is basically the same as Sonic's stage. With just a few of the objects moved around. To accommodate Blaze's different, basically, gameplay mode. And like I said, I kind of get why this stage is here. It's to kind of break up playing. It's to add gameplay variety, which again shows that the Sonic team actually they do know how to design a game. They do know how to design a level. Because continuously playing as Silver, he just, you know, he doesn't have that many strings to his bow. So I don't know if there's actually any way for me to get into that ring thing. We'll just go around that. Part of me wants to find out if Blaze has the same hydrophobia as Sonic and just like creep into the water to see if she dies from dipping a toe in. I actually didn't notice the invisible guy there. I'm just kind of like breezing through this. Shazba says, they do know how to design a game, runs into wall and stops all momentum. Yeah, well, you know what, though? To be fair, there's a difference between design and execution. Okay? They designed the game, they just couldn't pull it off. I'm actually glad that they don't rely on Blaze's double jump there. And that's Blaze's Wave Ocean stage. Lou? Hi, Sonic KZZ. Yeah, don't worry, Derabim, the whale thing doesn't stick around. Nope, I mean, that's it. That's the Wave Ocean reprise. O-Dog says, who exactly puts all the jump pads and speed boost things? That was Sonic Team, because gameplay. Dillism says, them. They do. Derabim is pointing out that all anthropomorphic animals in the Sonic verse have superpowers. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, we have caught up to the opening cutscene.
I finally found him. The Iblis trigger.
I've got you, Sonic.
Hey!
It's about time I finally caught you again.
This insipid creature is Amy Rose.
Sonic. I'm sorry.
All I know about her are two things. One, she
I'm-
obsessively chases Sonic because
Hey,
she's
where'd
in
he
love
go?
with him. And two, it feels like someone is taking a
must have
power
run
drill
off.
to my eardrums every time she
I'm
speaks.
sorry. Did you miss someone because of me?
So
It's okay.
Amy is colorblind,
I'm sure
says the
guy
mad
I'm looking for is
adventurer.
still on the island. I'm sure I can still find him.
Well, then I'll help you.
What?
2 heads are better than 1 when looking for someone.
Hey, just wait a second.
What's your name?
Terabim says, finally? Really, Silver? It's been like a few hours.
Silver.
That's a nice name. I'm Amy Rose. It's nice to meet you.
Ah! Hey, wait!
Shazba says she also has a hammer. Yes, Amy Rose has a hammer and invisibility, actually. Shazba says, Amy, what were you doing up on the roof? She was clearly looking for Sonic. She was very clear about that. O-Dog asks how come Amy is the only one with the last name.
Maybe I'll talk to some people in the town.
Maybe that's what we'll do. That always solves our problems. Yeah, so Sonic heading to the desert. Conveniently. Well, not knowing... Yeah, so anyway, the thing is, like, the people say, well, we saw Sonic go to the desert, but he's not suspicious at all. And at no point does Silver turn to... At no point does Amy say, oh, Sonic went to the desert. That's my friend. And Silver says, okay, what does he look like? And Amy says, he's a blue hedgehog. There's this complete lack of... I'm having trouble getting the words out. It doesn't matter. Anyway, here's the thing. To get to the desert, you need Lord Regis's permission. To get Lord Regis's permission, you have to go defeat Eggman's mechs who are banging on the gates of the town. Even though they can fly and come out of a battleship that has now twice flown over the town. Shazba says, gestures wildly! Alright, so this is a timed section. You have to kill all the robots in the... That robot's death was on a time delay. You have to use the physics to kill all the robots. You may notice that Silver actually doesn't even really have to aim. If you use the mini-map to point Silver at the enemies, then the auto-aim kind of takes over. In fact, I find that the auto-aim works better if you're not looking. You just watch the dots disappear. And pick up a pile of things. Whoops. A missile hit me. So you just pick up piles of things and hurl them off screen, and then more dots appear. And basically you're playing the entire game, this entire little mini game with the mini map. We can actually still stun the robots and use them as weapons. You can stun this big guy with 2 hits. Sometimes. Or not. Okay. That time it worked. But you can't throw him. Oh, now you can. Alright. The game is just trying to prove me wrong. Usually when you pick up those guys, Silver just gently puts them down. There's some sort of problem with the throw. That time it worked. Enough. Alright, and that's that. Raja says, hey, angry. Hi. Oh, hi, Raja. You were like, what does that mean? I'm trying to... What could hey, angry possibly mean? Alright, and now we have permission to go to the desert to pursue Sonic, even though the townspeople clearly said Sonic is not the person who Silver is after.
That was easy.
O-Dog says, hey, Abbat. I assume that's how you pronounce it. He spelled it, actually, with that exact inflection. Dillism said, is the mayor guy making motorboat noises? I didn't notice that. Shazba says she would describe the noise that Lord Regis is making as hoo hoo hoo. Okay, so now, with Lord Regis's permission, we can go to the desert in pursuit of Sonic because it's the only lead we have. Oh, and Amy died. I love the partners, because you just, as you're walking around, you just randomly hear your partners die. Oh, and she's back. She's okay. Yeah, he does. He's like, oh, oh. Or, you know, we'll just move the guards aside and remove the invisible wall. Oh, I really should have saved before I did this.
I sense Sonic's presence here. Call it my girlish intuition.
What am I doing?
That's a good question.
As soon as I find Sonic, I'll help you find who you're looking for, Silver.
So, apparently, there should have been some dialogue as they were cutting through town. I get it didn't trigger.
Beautiful.
Where Amy is like, "Oh, Sonic is my best friend. Can you help me find him? And then I'll help him find, or I'll help you find who you're looking for."
Huh?
Let's go. I'll help you find who you're looking for.
Domestic says, Silver seems completely aware of how stupid this all is. Darabim says, yeah, that's the same girlish intuition that made her think Silver was Sonic. Well, O-Dog points out, to be fair, Sonic was nearby. So, yeah, the girlish intuition, it's you know, it's a kind of a broad radius. It's hard to narrow in on.
Wait, Iblis trigger.
So this is Silver's version of the desert level, and for whatever reason, it takes place in a pyramid. I'm not sure why.
Not now.
Oh, I didn't have any rings, and the bomb went off.
Wait, Iblis
So those
trigger.
little crab robots throw bombs that are on a time delay. And they'll sit on the ground and blow up. Once you kill all the robots, you know what, we'll just use these ceramic urns. That's fine. Obviously the robots were keeping the ancient mechanism closed, and then now that you've killed all the robots, the mystical ancient billiard balls are released for reasons. And these billiard balls are kind of interesting. You hit them with your slap, and every time you hit them with your slap, the numbers on all of them increment down. They also increment down if they sit for any length of time. And you may notice that we're actually on a giant billiard table. The puzzle is sink all the balls in before they all decrement down to 0. But, now, here's the thing, though. If you fail to do it, I'm actually going to fail on purpose here. If you fail to do it, the game will respawn only the balls that you failed to sink. Meaning that this puzzle actually, it's not really even a billiard puzzle so much as it's just busy work. The other thing is that you can hold down the slap button to slap the billiard balls harder. Which is going to be very useful at the end of the stage. At pretty much the worst... I'm not going to give anything away. This stage is pretty much... There is a disaster at the end of... Okay, see, that time he didn't throw it, he just sort of dropped it. He doesn't like throwing the big robots. If you hit the sand, you don't sink or die. Those sand waves just push you back to the beginning. And they will occasionally sweep you into the little spiky balls. And you'll take a hit. The idea is basically just to hover across the room. You can break the statues, I guess. Oh, neat. Okay. I didn't notice that.
Switch somewhere.
Can I knock the statue down with my psychokinesis? No. Okay. I'm not sure what that power-up is there. Alright. I have no idea what the hell that power-up is. I didn't notice it my first time through. So, you know, it's just a thing. Also, if Silver uses his hover power, he won't... Or, I'm sorry, if Silver is using his psychokinesis, his meter won't recharge. And if he's using his psychokinesis and then hovers, the psychokinesis shuts off. So he drops whatever he's levitating. And again, I was not waiting for my psychokinesis to recharge or my power meter. And the idea is... Whoa, shit. Oh! Apparently that robot threw completely harmless physics objects at me. Because they just sort of bumped into me. There have only ever been 2 games in my entire gaming history where I have felt comfortable exploiting glitches. One of them is Dark Souls, because you need every advantage you can get. And the other is this game. Now we have to play as Amy, while Silver dies behind us. Amy has a completely atrocious double jump where she pauses in midair, loses a bunch of her forward momentum, and launches herself.
I feel it. Sonic was here.
Amy also... I'm just skipping the things because I'm explaining it. Amy also has invisibility. If you hold down the button, she becomes invisible, and you can only tell where she is by guessing based on the feet of her shadow. And then she's got a hammer attack, which is extremely short range and difficult to hit with. So the idea of sneaking up on enemies invisibly and then assassinating them is completely ludicrous. Amy's double jump, because she loses most of her forward momentum, is also very difficult. Fortunately, she can... Oh, she can! Yeah, I don't even know.
I feel it. Sonic was here.
Amy sucks. If you remain invisible for too long, it eventually goes away, and Amy just kind of stands still and looks at herself like, oh, I'm visible again. Even if she is under attack, she will just kind of stop moving. Like that. Which makes her invisibility a complete pain in the ass. It also makes it impossible to line up her hammer. I don't even care about that extra life. If I try for it, I'm gonna get myself killed. I try to avoid using Amy's double jump as much as possible. Do I even have to kill you? No, the door is open. It's hard to judge depth, so you tend to jump into those stupid spiky barriers more than half the time. It's also hard to judge how close you are to the enemies, so sometimes you just walk right into them. This section is a little bit... okay. This makes it a little bit easier because you can just hammer on the explodey box to take out the enemies. Great. I don't need to be invisible. It's fine. Screw it. Oh, okay, there was a spiky thing completely out of view there. So to get through this area, you have to get up here, and then hit the switch, and that opens a door somewhere, there. I'm not going for the silver medal. Mad Adventure says Amy has no power meter. The answer is no, none of the secondary characters have a power meter. The power meters are only for the 3 primary hedgehogs. Damn it. Only hedgehogs have power meters. I believe it's actually like... it's supposedly like the chaos meter or something. I tried to read the manual. The manual doesn't really help anything, honestly. I know that's shocking, but... yeah, so you go this way. Use the jumping ability. And we're just, like, trying to get back to being silver again. Again, they want me to appreciate how cool silver is by making me play as someone who is unplayable. So silver can actually just stand on these things, completely trivializing the whole moving platform thing. Which is just as well, because they're probably broken too. Derabim says silver can walk on sand and Amy can't. No, certain sand you can walk on and certain sand you can't. This is a room where you have to kill all the enemies to proceed, because those are so much fun. Now we have to kill all the bigger enemies. I was gonna try and slap him and stun him. Yeah, okay. So now we can pick him up, and I did try to throw him there, but you can only casually place him down. Fortunately, it still kills him no matter how many hit points he has. The biggest problem is just getting close enough to actually use the slap. And we move on. I don't even... The Temple of Psychokinetic Physics puzzles is... it's just... I don't... no! Crap. I can't get... and you can't get over the wave. Alright, we're just gonna ride the wave. See, I don't actually understand really the whole point of these rooms, because, like, it's platforming challenge. You're not supposed to fall, but oh, and I didn't wait for my stupid hover to recharge. God, I hate this stupid silver hedgehog. These stages are the worst. And there's another one of those mysterious blue power-ups. I have no idea. Okay, stand still and wait. And great, I couldn't block the missile because I was standing on the psychokinesis mark. I didn't see that missile coming. I don't give a shit. We're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. This room doesn't tell you until you get close to the end, but fuck. Shazba says, angry, do you want to know what the mysterious power-up is? Yeah, sure, tell me. What is the mysterious power-up? I don't care about spoilers or anything at this point. LFIRL is saying, now I'm getting angry and living up to my name. Yeah, you know what? Wait for it to recharge. We'll just jump over the missile. It's like, okay, every compliment I gave the level design in this game, none of it applies to this stage. This stage sucks. And the worst part is, like, I know what's coming. The ending of this, it's... Oh, Shazba's saying they refill your energy meter? Okay. So I guess if I hovered through them... Which the camera makes so easy to do, because, you know, all the controls are just so friggin' precise. I don't know why my psychokinesis just didn't work there. Did I just block bullets? Hey, shoot again. I don't want to hurt you. Hold on. Open up with your... Holy shit! I can block bullets out of midair. That's pretty cool. Okay. I also love the way the enemies just appear. They don't, like, walk into the room or come in through a hole in the ceiling. It's just VoIP, they're there.
That's done.
I don't think it is. There's still enemy... You know what? I don't care. Okay. Now this is it. Why is there... That's odd. There's a section of... It's kind of a strange design. Okay. So, here's the deal with this section. At the end of this section... I actually hurt my throat for a minute there. Oh, that's great. So at the end of this long corridor of pits and shit, and boxes, there's the hole here where you have to sink that ball. So, basically it works the same as the balls from the previous section, where you can only slap it. By the way, you can't pick it up with psychokinesis. Because, no, that would actually make sense. That, you know, to use his psychokinesis ability. You have to slap it. And every time you slap it, the number on it decrements. If it decrements down to 0, it explodes. Okay? You cannot drop it in any of the holes. If you take too long, it can't... The numbers count down, even if you don't hit it. Fortunately, those boxes were there, and I have a feeling those boxes were added because nobody playing this game could actually... Did the ball just frigging explode out of nowhere? Like... Oh, I know what... Okay. So, here's a funny thing with the ball, okay? I'm gonna point out, because this may come as a surprise, but the physics is a little bit borked here. So, every time it comes into contact with something, that counts as decrementing it. So if it even touches a physics object, most of the time it will decrement, but sometimes it won't, as I just demonstrated. So what happened in that last spot was it got hung up on that urn, and came into contact with the urn. Enough times in a row that it decremented it down to 0 and exploded. Okay? Also, occasionally, if you hit it off the ground, as it bounces off walls and the floor, it will just decrement itself. Yeah. Now, the key to this puzzle, there's actually, the solution, once you know how to do it, is actually kind of easy to do. Okay? The trick to this puzzle is knowing that this game's physics is programmed like shit. I mean, you can do what I did the first time and spend 40 minutes failing at that puzzle. Or you can glitch yourself through the friggin' wall. It's as simple as that. Okay? That's how you beat that puzzle. It's a little complicated, it's a little obtuse, but, you know, that's the correct solution is to glitch through the wall by riding a box through it. And you can do that reliably, by the way. You can stand on a physics object, pick it up, and it will glitch you. I can actually get back through the door exactly like that. Whoops. Okay, I didn't mean to... You know what? Trust me.
Great!
Just trust me, okay? Because I was not standing there for 40 minutes playing with the balls. Okay? Yeah. Darabim says that reminds me of watching the speedruns on AGDQ. Awesome games done quick. Yeah.
It was easy.
I gotta confess. I cannot legitimately say I have beaten this game because I glitched through there. I have never gotten that ball into the hole. Technically, this game is unbeatable. It has beaten me because I had to cheat. And you know what? I don't care. Mad Adventure is saying, how long did it take you to work this out the first time? Honestly, it took me 40 minutes to fail at it. And then...
I wonder where he went.
Oh. I'm gonna stop talking because this is kind of cool. The cutscenes have caught up. Or the stories have caught up to each other.
Looking for you. You're the Iblis.
So this is the Sonic
Your
boss
actions
fight.
will condemn us all. Who are you? My name is Silver. For the future of the world, I will destroy.
Now you'll remember when we played through Sonic, we got to play through this from Sonic's perspective, and Sonic beat Silver. And then the princess was kidnapped, and Amy jumped in to protect Sonic. So clearly, we have to lose here, or else we will create a time paradox. I wish there was a button to yell, "It's no use," and "How about this?" repeatedly. Now we have to load that cafe. By the way, I also made a big thing of pointing out during this boss fight that Silver could pick up the rings. And the reason is because in this seeing the fight from this side, Silver picks up the rings because he's just like you.
Gotcha.
Now, for whatever reason... So, okay.
Gotcha.
So let's just lose to Sonic and get this over with.
Here I come. Gotcha. Not now.
Okay, nope, clear. You are not actually supposed to lose this fight. You have to win.
Not now.
Oh, God. You do not have the unbeatable throw combo that Silver did. You cannot catch Sonic.
Here I come.
The only way to fight Sonic is to randomly throw projectiles at him before he slams into you. You can't turn around to look for him because he moves too quick. All you can do is just grab some projectiles, wait for him to say, "Here I come," and then just start hurling them at the camera. And you can keep damaging him.
Here I come.
Whoop. Oh, he's over there. Turn around, turn around. Oh, okay, he got me.
Here I come. That hurt.
Oh, wait, I can pick him up when he's stunned.
Here I come.
And he broke out of it. Okay, and turned invincible. Hold on a second. I gotta try that again.
No.
Okay. O-Dog says Sonic is kicking Silver's butt a lot easier than when you did it, Angry. Yeah, shut up. When I did it, Silver had the power of the unreliable physics engine on his side.
That was easy.
All I had on my side was an impossible-to-control camera. Yeah, okay. So, clearly one of them is misremembering this scene. Because they're both insisting that they won the fight. I like to think that this is all a recap or a flashback where the two of them are telling the story in a bar. Dillism says the theme of this stream is becoming "you can't actually..." Oh, you can, damn. Mad Adventure says it's like Angry hasn't really played this game at all. That's bullshit. Okay, it's just that the game keeps randomly changing the rules. The game keeps developing random features.
Is this a joke? How could someone like you cause the destruction of our world?
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. For the sake of the future, the Iblis trigger must be destroyed.
Oh!
Elise? Wait!
Don't you dare turn your back on me!
I'd like to point out that Amy has been standing here the whole time.
Amy?
It is only now that she decides to intervene to save the life of the person she is in obsessed love with. Darabin is pointing out, everyone knows the instant a player is given control of a character, that character loses 99% of his power. Monkey No Hiro is pointing out, it was probably the princess that won the fight. And now we know why...
The person you were looking for was Sonic. Were you planning to kill him?
He's responsible for destroying my world!
That's crazy! Sonic would never do that.
But it's true! In the near future, his actions will cause the devastation of my world!
Mad Adventurer says
I
Amy
must.
probably had trouble identifying
I
who
don't
was who,
believe it.
you know, being
Even
colorblind.
if that
And
was
Dillism
true.
says Amy's intuition
If
was
I had to
confused
choose
again.
between the world
She
and
couldn't
Sonic,
remember which one she
I
was
would
in
choose
love with.
Sonic.
And just to repeat it, Amy literally said she would destroy the world to be with Sonic. I honestly am beginning to suspect her mental health. She's just not stable. Pathos.
So this is where you are. I've been looking for you.
I looked all over for you in that one stage.
What's wrong?
Well, Blaze? To kill someone to save the world. Is that really the right thing to do?
You're so naive.
That's exactly the response to that question.
But what I do know is, if we don't take this chance, the future will...
Raja says, was Silver using Amy up to this point? No, actually, Silver and Amy did not realize they were looking for the same person. At no point did either of them say to the other, yeah, I'm actually looking for a blue hedgehog. Oh, okay, this is the solution. Let's go after Eggman. Which is interesting because Silver has never heard of Professor Eggman. He came from the future to kill Sonic because Sonic was going to destroy the world. He had no idea what was going on at all, and now he has just suddenly said, hey, let's go to Professor Eggman's base. That'll help. Alright, I think I got one more stage in me, and then Sonic fatigue has set in. So now we can buy some power-ups. And we've got 3 power-ups available and plenty of money. And I will show off what these things do. The power bracelet, single-layered extreme. I don't know who the hell named that. And the shock bracelet. Okay, so the shock bracelet allows you to do basically a downward attack. You're in midair, you hit the attack button, you go down, and you do a little bit of an area attack that stuns everything around you. Which then allows you to pick them up and throw them. Single-layered, the other two I can't show off just yet, but I'll get a chance. Odog is saying, well, to be fair, Amy doesn't know he's blue, she's colorblind. That could be it. I don't remember where to go. I think train station?
Hey.
No, not train station? Dillism says it's always a good sign when you can't bear to play the game for more than about 80 minutes. Yeah, I find Silver very tiring. I have completely lost track of where I'm supposed to go. I don't even remember what stage is next.
Hey.
Right. Shh. That was completely not helpful. Try running with your arms locked straight back like Blaze does. Okay, I guess I should talk to the orange speech bubble. Yeah, okay, I already bought a thing. Maybe I have to go... Oh, okay. Dr. Robotnik's base is... I'm sorry, Eggman's base. That's White Acropolis. That's the next stage. Okay. Deribim says Blaze has a tail for balance. Who needs arms? I'm not quite sure what the chat is discussing. They've kind of gone off the rails here. Okay, here we go. Alright, so... you have to hit all 4 switches at once, so this requires you to try out your lightning burst psycho jump explosion thingy. There you go. Done and done. And now we head for infiltrate. We're going to infiltrate Dr. Eggman's base. Because, you know, the flying psychokinetic hedgehog and the flaming cat are very subtle. Also, we are now the 3rd hedgehog to break into Eggman's base.
Let's hurry.
You know what? Why don't you be Blaze? Okay, game, I'll be Blaze. Oh, uh-oh. Blaze is stuck. Oh. Okay. Alright, damn it. That's fine. It's fine. You know what? I don't need to be fighting. Getting quickly through the stage is the better part of Valor. Oh, okay. Do you want... How am I supposed to defeat all the... Oh. Right, I have a double jump.
No.
I can't even find what I'm...
Eggman's base is ahead. Let's hurry.
Alright, I don't know. I don't think I was entirely in the mood for this tonight, to be totally honest. My sense of fun and whimsy at the disaster that is this game has sort of failed. Or has sort of gone away. No. I can't... I have to kill both robots, but I can't seem to actually hit the one that's in the air. Whoa. And she's just going kind of crazy.
No.
I had a ring, didn't I? What the hell?
Eggman's base is ahead. Let's
Monkey
hurry.
Nojito says these characters would all be fun in decent games. Whoops. Okay, that's the edge. Don't care. Go away.
You need to defeat all the enemies.
I'm trying! Shut up! Stop spinning! Do it! Attack me! Oh, now you're spinning again! Stop spinning! What is wrong with you?
No.
God!
Eggman's base is ahead. Let's hurry.
So, okay. I got stuck there. That's fine. This is going fine. This is going fine. Alright, we'll get it this time. Right? Okay. Let's take this slow. Launch myself at the one in the... No! The one in the air! No! Don't do this tornado spin thing! Okay. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Just keep spinning. Oh, for the love of God. Stop spinning! Wow. The quality of my commentary has really dropped off a bit. Just get through this. I don't... Oh, good. Good. Because this was so much fun when Sonic had to do... What the... Why did you pick up a ring? What? Stop! Why are you... Now she would only run backwards.
Eggman's base is ahead. Let's hurry.
What the hell happened there? She just freaked out. You know, I could have avoided that if the physics objects weren't getting in the way of the camera. Okay.
You need to defeat all the enemies.
I know what I have to do! Shut up! Shut up! I don't think those boulders actually hurt me. Get out of... Okay, now the spin move just didn't go off. Yeah, screw you all. I didn't have to stop and kill you, but I did. Okay, I'm just not hitting any buttons. That's a safe way to do this. No, no, it's not. No, it's not. That was not a safe way to do this. You have to hit buttons. I just don't know which buttons I can hit and which ones will just kill me. Are we done? Thank you, camera switch, for murdering me. So that's the beginning of Silver's story, and I think this is a good place to stop for the night. Yeah, and I'll be back next week to do this again. And I hope. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Dilizim, Shazba, Mad Adventurer, O-Dog, Raja was here. I know Demystics was here, and also not Demystics was here after Demystics left. Yeah, so thanks everyone. It's been a ton of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off now.